Hello, everybody. How's it going? Thank you guys so much for listening to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Just wanted to touch base on our amazing sponsors. Our studio sponsor is Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They're located on Stafford, east of 131 off 44th Street. They do amazing work. They're not the cheapest, but they'll fix your car right the first time. Also, they have amazing Google reviews and basically the best in the business for repairing hybrids. So if you have a hybrid car and you don't want to bring it to the dealer, bring it to Grand Rapids Hybrid. So it's Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. They're the same company. They run out of the same, well, I would say they're two different companies, but run out of the same building. So yeah, go ahead and book an appointment online. I did that, and it went really easy. It was very smooth. Not that I don't mind talking to people. Obviously, I talk all the time, but it was nice to have an automated system and a text messaging system to get things set up. So, yeah, check them out. We're also sponsored by Kover.ai. Kover is basically a Aflac for rideshare insurance or rideshare drivers. A lot of drivers live paycheck to paycheck. We completely understand that. And this service comes in if you get in a car accident and you're thinking, well, I have car insurance. Why do I need more insurance? Well, this insurance will cover your wages. So you get paid 80% up to 80% of your average rideshare income up to $10,000. So it's not up to 80%, sorry. 80% of your average rideshare income up to $10,000. So that if you do get in a car wreck, and sometimes that can take, even a total out could take 2 weeks, and a repair could take longer if they can't get the parts or whatever. And if this is your only source of income, then what are you doing? You have no money. And I know the rental here, at least in Grand Rapids, the rental game is very, very small. Yes, you could go out, rent a car, but check them out. You get a free month when you sign up using our code. It'll be in the description of the show notes of the podcast, and you can find it anywhere on Facebook and everything. But I really recommend doing that, especially for full-time drivers. If you depend on this income, you need to protect your wages. And our last sponsor is CarStar Impact of Cascade. Our amazing sponsor. They've been with us since not almost the beginning, but at least 6 months. They do amazing work. Peter from Grand Rapids won a $200 detail last night from their Reflections detail shop, which, again, they run out of the same shop. They're looking for another building, but they're located at 36 and Craft. I don't have the card right in front of me, but you can see it. You can click on their Facebook link in the description and check them out. They do amazing body work, amazing detail work, and they've been a real big supporter of our podcast, and we greatly appreciate them. All right, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures podcast. Rideshare infotainment for the new driver, old driver, and everyone in between.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the GR Rideshare Adventures Podcast Halloween Edition. Welcome to the Irvine's Auto Repair Studio in beautiful Granville, Michigan. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We're super excited. You guys like my sick beat?
It's a little loud. Drop the beat.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Fade that out here, hopefully.
Can you turn mine down a little bit again?
No, I'm not turning it down. You get what you get. So
Could have played some Monster Mash.
Seriously.
Well,
man.
no, I had to get everything that was royalty free. So again, guys, welcome. Hopefully,
Monster Man.
you liked that song earlier when we were testing it
It
out.
was nice.
like
I
it.
liked it.
I'm old. It's loud.
No, it was my headphone that loud. You idiot.
Oh, your headphones.
Maybe you need some hearing aids.
Yeah, I know.
Again, this studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We'll talk about them a little bit later.
Yeah, so thanks everybody for joining us tonight. My name is Ben. I am one of the hosts here. I am joined by my friends Jesper
Hello.
and Sam,
Hi there.
and you all know Jason.
That was loud.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that spike.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, it's Jesper.
We should
He's
have
just kinda
spike
loud.
contest.
Turn me down a little bit.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
turn you down.
Every day.
So I set a new record this weekend. I went out driving on Saturday night only, one night. I did 36 rides in the span of about, 10 hours.
Yeah, you were out late.
So he messaged
Yes.
me the next morning, and he's like, I hit it. And I was like, oh, did you go back out on Sunday? He's like, no, I stayed out till 5:30. I'm like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
It was insane. I wanted to hit platinum. Now I know I'm joined with 2 diamonds in the room.
Oh, you spoiled it. They wanted to say.
I didn't say
I'm
who.
okay with it.
I didn't
Well-
say
Well, I think
me.
everybody knows it's not Jason.
Yeah, that acceptance rating of yours, man.
It's 80. Thank you.
I mean, John called it earlier today.
Whatever.
Yes. So I went out and I did my 36 rides.
I was number 2. I'd like to point that out.
What did you have?
Number
The
2 to
second
get
diamond in the group.
in the group.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, there you are.
Who else is Diamond who's watching the podcast? I'd like
Peter?
to know.
Peter.
Well, other than Peter.
Chris was.
Chris
You
who?
were third. Chris Everett. He's Diamond.
I was
He
third.
was.
That's right.
I think he
I was
lost
third.
it. He lost his acceptance rating.
Oh.
Ooh, bummer.
You know, I got mine over the weekend. Or no, it was, I think Friday. And then I missed like 2 rides in a row and it dropped down and I never got it back.
Yeah, it's hard.
I had mine, everything was good, and then I canceled the ride last weekend. Just one out of
And it
all.
bumped you?
me down.
Really?
Yeah, like you only gain like 0.1% for every ride you take, but you decline one and you lose like 0.5% each time.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I did make platinum, not diamond, but that's okay. I had,
You might get that one of these days.
I might be as cool as you someday, Jesper.
Next one.
No, never.
So I had,
You may think so, but no.
can I just tell my story without you interrupting me?
Sure.
No.
Man,
I'm glad you guys are across from each other.
seriously.
You guys can take the heat. Sam and I will be over here like eating popcorn.
Say we have candy.
You had a story.
Yeah, I had a couple stories. Thanks, Jesper. First of all, my car had an issue with the wheel.
That's really not good, is it? I'm sorry.
I didn't do
going
it.
on?
Did you hear me speak? It was her.
It wasn't me.
Nobody wants to hear. Moving on,
I
Jesper,
would-
would you like
No,
to share
I'd like to
I
hear
don't
your
have
story.
anything fun to share. You share
Honestly,
yours.
I'm really curious about the things you wrote, so I would like to hear your story.
Well, I'm
Yes.
glad somebody here gives a about me. I almost swore.
Yeah, almost.
You mean
Sorry,
shit?
mommy. So, I had an issue with the back tire of my car. It was losing pressure. I couldn't figure out why. There's no leak. I didn't know what was going on. So, I took it to my favorite shop, Bell Tire.
Who's breathing super hard on the mic?
Jesper.
It wasn't me.
Thank you.
It stopped as soon as you moved.
Well, he's usually the nose breather, but he's talking, so it couldn't have been him, and it wasn't me. Sorry. You are not going to get through this story.
I'm not.
Okay. Bell tire.
Bell Tire. My the bead. So, what is the bead of a tire? I don't get
It's
it.
kind of like it's. I don't think it's an actual thing. I think it just creates like a bead around the rim, just
okay.
from like suction. I don't know. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So
He's just pulling this out of his butt.
So
Every part of
basically,
it.
my wheel rim was corroded, lightly corroded, so they had to grind off the corrosion so that it would form a seal. I didn't know that was the thing, but apparently it was. They did that, and the repair was super expensive. Actually, no, it was free. So
I don't understand how they can just grind it off and be like, yeah, it's good. Like,
I don't know, but
Well,
it worked.
Well, yeah, of course. If you get rid of the corrosion, you get a closer seal. That makes sense,
Right, and it must have been such minor corrosion that just a little bit of grinding
sure.
and smoothing it was fine. But
And a lot of that corrosion happens from the salt that gets put on the road.
Oh,
So-
we hate Michigan.
Oh, yes, we do.
let's move to Texas.
Right? No kidding.
know.
So that
So wait. So is it the TX Rideshare Adventures? That's not going to work.
Ugh, that's going to sound terrible.
the TX. Wow. So I took an Uber from Bell Tire and I rode with a gentleman who was very eclectic. He had a lot of air freshener type things and miscellaneous novelty toys hanging from the front of his car. And they're just like Happy Meal toys is the best way I can describe them. Things you might find at the dollar store. I don't know. It smelled faintly of cigarettes, which was gross. And in his bio that I read, he says, I love to help people and no matter what it takes. And sometimes I don't like when my rider says something I didn't do it.
Oh,
I like to drive an Uber is fun and make my family happy. That's all I need in helping people. So that's his bio. Real neat guy. Interesting bio. Interesting character. Definitely smelled the smoke. So I had a moment where I was like, I'm not going to tip this guy. He needs some work. But then I realized I just took a minimum fare ride from Bell Tire to my house. He would make like $3 on the ride. So I felt bad. And I tipped him in the app. So that's my story. I have another one, but maybe I'll share it later.
Did he give you one of his toys?
No, he did not give me
You
one
didn't
of
get
his
to
toys.
pick one of the toys? Come on.
No, seriously.
What is it there for then?
hey Jesper, can you do me a favor? Can you pick your mic up so you're not breathing like this? Point it like at your front face,
As
front
opposed to
face?
your rear face?
your front butt.
Is that better now?
That's good.
How
And
did-
you're not
Okay.
like
So I guess I do have to share this story because it is pretty hilarious. I'll just say it real
I
quick.
thought we moved on.
I didn't.
No.
no.
This is the part that I wanted to hear.
See,
so.
he did the right part. We were fixing your mic, and he was
Yeah.
going to go on, but then you interrupted him.
Yep. So, So one of my last rides at bar close on Saturday night was a gentleman who was enjoying one of those burgers from the hot dog stand. I guess you can get burgers there.
Oh,
too.
you can?
Apparently.
I bet those are delicious.
Apparently they
I
were.
bet they're not.
I bet they are with 4 Bush beers in.
So he's got his burgers.
Bush? Why would you drink Bush?
It's raining, and the ride is like less than a mile down Ionia, and he needed a ride from, I don't know. So he gets in, and he's eating his burger. Usually I would say something, but it was a short ride. I was like, whatever. He's going to be in and out real quick. The entire ride, all I hear from him is, I'm like, oh, wow, what is happening? He was having a total foodgasm. He's like, this is so good. You ever have one of these, bro? I'm like, get out of my car now. I don't want to clean up Happy Mess. My goodness.
Happy mess.
Happy mess.
So, yes, that happened.
Well, some people enjoy their burgers,
Apparently.
especially when they're drunk or buzzed.
Yes.
They
I
do.
have to wonder if he woke up the next morning and
Still
realized,
tasted burger.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, when he's throwing up.
Or if he realized how much of
Did
an
it
idiot
taste better
he
on the
was.
way up than down? Who
I
knows?
doubt it.
No.
This is turning into a disgusting podcast.
Right? Hey, it's Halloween though, so it's allowed.
true.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, Jesper, what's your news?
So I didn't really have anything. I drove Friday only. I did not drive Saturdays. I did not drive the big moneymaker day. But, I mean, everybody was kind of slow that Friday, and I still did okay. So,
Yeah, Jesper thinks the weekends are back. Like the $400 or $500 weekends are back. That's what he says, and I'm like,
I think so. I think they're at least close.
I had a good weekend. Yeah. I mean,
No,
my
I
one
did
night of
too. But I
driving.
think it was what was this weekend? Oh, it's like
Pre-Halloween.
pre-Halloween.
And then this weekend is base next year.
Yeah,
that's my topic.
But as everything, like next weekend after that, I think is going to be really slow. Everybody's going to have
Probably.
spent their money and take the
Everybody's
weekend
I
off.
think the first 2 weekends of November are going to be slow, and then Thanksgiving's going to start to build.
Bay
And stuff.
Snake Takes going to be busy,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
which is the next weekend.
And so, Jesper, you're finally diamond,
I am.
and you were really excited about your fuel discount today.
It worked.
Did you get your complimentary dent repair yet?
I know.
Does that work on your bumper?
I haven't decided which one I want to fix. No.
Is it just one dent?
It's $50 worth. Otherwise, it becomes a change order.
$50 worth. That's going to get one little patch fixed.
I know.
Seriously.
I would think there's $50. You're done.
Yeah. But I can't see the difference.
I kind of wish that Uber would have been like send. You know how you don't have an iPhone, but sometimes you can send like confetti and text messages or whatever. I kind of feel like Uber should have done that when you hit Diamond because that's like the highest level.
Yeah.
I mean, we tease you, but it is something to be. I mean,
they sent me a message telling me to take 300 something more rides to get tuition discount
before the end of the month.
No,
because everything
lifetime.
Oh,
yeah,
Hey,
3,000.
once you get 3,000, you get tuition discount.
Okay.
They keep emailing me. In fact, I think I have an email from Uber now. Oh no, that was just safety support is always just a few taps away.
I have that one as well.
Yeah. So honestly, I don't care about the. I can't get the Uber card. We had a huge conversation about it yesterday. I'm not going to go in it tonight. So I don't
a credit thing, Jason.
No, it's not. Well, it probably is.
I found mine.
No.
Good.
So I honestly think, and we'll talk about an article later, that Uber's coming out with a new card, kind of what Lyft did, and I think the fuel card is out.
But mine isn't the fuel card. Mine
the
is the
Uber
debit
This
card.
is
Yeah,
the
that's what
Uber
I meant.
Go Bank debit card.
But they had a fuel card before.
Right. That's what I meant. The
Yeah.
debit card. And I think that's going to the wayside.
we
sure.
could still get fuel rewards on the new program.
Right, for sure. I'm just saying I hope I can get a card.
Right.
That's
if
what
it's
I'm
not through Go Bank, you might be able
If
to.
it's through GoBank, I'm screwed.
Yes.
So anyways, to me, I don't care. All I want is gold because I just want to see where I'm going.
Right.
That's all I want out of
And
it.
that is by far still the
best.
thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm taking so many rides right now.
Oh, yeah.
Although on Friday when I did get it, I got real fussy when they were short though. I took them anyways because they were right around the corner. But I did start towards the end of the night going, son of a bitch. It's only like a 3 minute
when you
west.
get the rides that are 8 minutes away that are going 8 minutes. And so that's
Yeah.
just not really
But
worth
see,
it.
that's my differentiator. So I say if I'm going further than I'm driving, then I'm going.
Right.
Okay, that's
Which
a
is
good.
fair.
That's been working for me. And obviously if it's less than 8 minutes, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
But so I did have a ride to Northern Shores last weekend, which was another one of those. It says 43 minutes west. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I like that.
yeah, I do too. At least with Lyft, when you pull up, once you click arrive, you can see where they're going, which is kind of nice.
Right.
That's
Yep.
the one nice thing about Lyft. So, Sam, what about your week? Last couple weeks?
Well, I also hit Diamond this Sunday. So that was nice.
I feel like you should have been more like, I should have had a sound thing like,
yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah. But
I was going to say something else.
yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah, there you go. No, it was a good weekend. I mean, it was super busy.
It was.
So I made a lot of money. All the way up until I took a ride to go to Hastings at like 2:15 in the morning.
Man.
What are you
Which-
doing?
Well,
no,
there was a
2:15's not bad.
surge on it.
Okay.
There was?
There was for me. I had a +5 attached to me, and it was a 46-minute ride. But they were not in a surge zone where it was ordered.
Oh.
So you don't get I got a $5 adjustment, so my surge was $10. So I made $46 on the ride.
That's
Could
not
be
bad.
worse.
It could be, but if I had stayed in town, I might have made more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it died off pretty quick.
It did. It was already starting to die, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then so the other day, I picked a guy up from the airport who is dating the brother of one of my teachers.
A guy who's dating the brother of one of your teachers.
Yes.
All right.
Sweating.
And he's a controller for Kellogg's, which is an accounting position.
Oh, okay.
And he hopefully helped me find an internship I didn't know about. But
Is that the one you talked about?
no, this is a different one.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, it was just really weird that he knew my teacher, and I brought him to my teacher's house.
Why was he going?
That's where he was staying.
Oh.
Because he had that specific teacher rents rooms, so he had some empty rooms that they
Okay.
could stay in. And
Okay.
yeah, it was a fun ride. It was interesting
Isn't
how you meet people sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Small
sure.
world.
Yeah, especially Grand Rapids. It is a small town still.
I mean,
it's bigger
yeah.
every year, but it's still a small town. And,
Yeah.
And then lastly, I told you guys in the Telegram chat, but I had a passenger who
Sorry. I wanted to make you laugh.
who got out of the Uber she was in immediately before me because
that's right.
he had a sticker stating he was carrying a gun. And then she got in and asked him, are you actually carrying a weapon with you right now? And he's like, yes, it's in the car. She's like, okay, well, then I'm getting out.
I feel like she got into a non-Uber car. Like, how could he be? I mean, you'd be deactivated within like
If
days.
anybody's reported you, yeah.
Although we do talk about how many people don't report.
Right. She asked me if she should. I was like, yes, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She's like, and we were just talking about like the necessities of it and this and that. And she's she's a veteran. She knows she's pro like the Second Amendment. She is all about it. But she doesn't think that within an Uber is an appropriate place or situation to carry a weapon.
Okay.
Which I mean, it's a debatable issue. We don't really have to get into depth here. But she was just like, why did he have a gun? And why did he have a sticker on his windshield telling people about it?
Yeah, the sticker is just
if you have a concealed carry permit, you don't need that.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of stupid. But it's kind of weird. I just don't. I can't believe he's still driving. Well, hopefully if she reported him, he got bumped. So I don't have anything. I am now officially driving full-time gig economy. I did
Whatever that means.
I did two shipped orders today, so I'm like spreading myself out in my gigs. And I had 2 good orders today, by the way. So
You're an equal opportunity gig economist.
The next time I order shipped, I'll let you know so you can bring it to me.
Well, it doesn't work that way. I wish it did, but it's same as like, can you choose?
Are you sure you want Jason to know the things you buy?
I see it all. And anything that you buy, like a dip or some ice cream, I'm going to open it up and stick my finger in.
As long as it's just your finger.
Did that just happen?
I was going the same way.
Going back on track here. Peter is mentioning that
Peter.
People don't report riders because they're afraid that the driver will take repercussions on them.
Yeah,
Which is true.
But what would they do?
Come back to your house.
They do know where you live.
Well, not always.
Unless
But they might
If they
make the
remember.
assumption.
I have people sometimes who don't have me drop them off at the address, but have them drop them at another, and I know they go somewhere else.
True.
I have a lot of girls do that. They'll have me drop me off
Right.
at the opposite end of the street. And then because I'm a woman, I think they say, oh, I actually live down there.
Oh,
And no big deal. But I think if it was a guy, they would just get on the porch of like their neighbor and
that's
pretend
so
to go
smart. That's so smart. Yeah, I've had that happen maybe one time that I knew that they it was like they were at the end of the cul-de-sac, but they had me drop them like 2 doors down and they just walked down the cul-de-sac and I didn't know which way they went. But yeah. But anyways, back to mine. So yeah, I'm driving now full time. You would think I would be at least gold. I am, but I'm not getting benefits. The problem is a lot of times I ended up when you forget to turn off like last ride and it's just, and you don't want to touch your phone while you're driving and you're just getting these notifications. Like I can just hear the acceptance rates going down. And I kind of wish if you were on a ride and you got another one that it didn't count, it would just show one
Right.
and then that would be it. Like obviously he's not touching his phone instead of dinging me each time a ride comes through. Cause on a busy, I mean, my God, when it's busy, they're just coming through.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess I could just, at a red light, which I ended up doing at a red light, I hit stop request, but
Yeah. No, especially like if you're going out to Allendale and you forget to turn that last turn it off.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they end up with these stupid little 2-minute across the street trips.
Well, what happened with me is the guy wanted to do a round trip, but halfway to his first destination, he forgot his ID, so we drove from the hookah lounge all the way to Ada, and then back. And yeah,
Wow,
so but
that's an expensive mistake.
Yeah, it was
Seriously?
like I think my take was like $32.
Nice.
But I mean, he on the way halfway there, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna make a return trip." So of course, as I get closer to my destation, Uber's like, "Oh, he's done." Da-ding, da-ding. That's when it was going through me.
Yeah.
Well, what I do,
Especially since you were the only driver in Ada.
what I do is I switch it to XL only at that point, because if I get off on an XL, I take it.
No, it's not about that. It's about touching your phone while you're driving.
No, I understand.
Yeah, that's all I was bringing up. Way to put us off track.
Yeah. No, I do too, though. Yes, but if I know I'm going someplace I don't want to get a ride, I'll still leave the XL on because I'll do that ride.
Interesting.
but I won't do a normal X ride.
right.
That's a really good
It's still
tip
wanna be-
because I never.
That's what I was trying to say.
I know. Sounded better out of her mouth.
Because she's not
a
Danish.
little more clear.
Anyways, shut up.
He's sensitive
I
about
am
that.
so tired of. Anyways,
You want to fight tonight? Ding, ding, ding.
My ride, Norton Shores, was a comfort ride, by the way.
You know, that totally sucks that I can't get comfort. I can get select, but not comfort. And select is like,
wait.
Hey,
Come
I
on.
can't get either.
Is your car a 2015?
no. Is your bumper gray like the rest of your van?
Ouch.
Do I not have a dent in the back of mine?
Ouch.
I need
I
that.
don't have a dent.
I do.
But so that is comfort. It was nice.
Yeah, that's a nice ride. So basically what I want to talk about is Halloween's coming up. Obviously be careful. It's stupid to drive between like 6 and 10 or maybe 6 and 9 when the kids are out. I mean, just be careful. They're darting in and out. It's an obvious thing, but I just wanted to bring it up. But
Even Amazon sent us an email today about watching out for trick-or-treaters while you're delivering packages.
Oh, yeah. Amazon don't care. They're working till 9. Don't matter what day it is. But, yeah, I'm excited for this weekend. Like Sam said earlier, Bass Nectar, which is like EDM, right? Like huge following. People follow them all around the country.
Oh, yeah.
So they're here for 3 nights. What, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right?
And Saturday is also what?
Daylight savings.
Daylight savings. Yeah, exactly.
It's Sunday,
what?
not Saturday. It's
But
Sunday.
it affects our Saturday
Well,
money
Saturday to Sunday.
because we get an extra hour of driving.
Right.
Yeah.
All out on the bars, 1 more hour, right?
Yeah. So that'll be nice. It's going to be a good weekend. Although maybe I should say it's going to be a shitty weekend and then it'll be a good weekend.
and nobody's going to drive if you say it's.
Because I wasn't expecting this past weekend to be as good as it was.
Yeah, it turned out fantastic.
It did.
But the rain really helped Saturday.
It did.
And
Well,
it's
we
supposed to
might have-
rain/snow all weekend.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I was going to
You
look it
can
up.
think whatever you want.
Seriously. You got
So-
any other tips for us?
No. Moving on. These diamond bitches in here.
Moving on.
Hey, I'm platinum.
Well, I'm talking the two across the way there. So I want you guys to join our Telegram group. We haven't had, let's get another one tonight because we haven't had one ad in a while.
No.
It's a little less crazy at night because Mr. John is on daytime now and he is not happy about
Gotten
it.
very PG.
Oh, he is. I feel bad for him. Like you could just hear it in his voice
Yeah,
all
he's
day
cranky.
today. He is cranky.
It's hard though. I mean, after 5 years of a third shift schedule.
No,
to
he's been on it for 10 years.
10 years. And then to now be on first.
Yeah.
And to have it uber slow during the day.
Yeah.
So he's bored and tired.
I know. I know. I could just hear it in his voice. His body's probably just rejecting it and just be like, what are you doing? So, but yeah.
And now he's going to pick up a route in like 2 weeks. Just wait. It's going to be thirds. And he's going to be like, oh my God, I just did all of that for nothing.
Yeah, but he'll be glad to get back on thirds. So the Telegram group is a place where we message. We always talk about being lonely when you're on the road. There's a lot of, man, I don't know if I couldn't talk to anybody all night. I would get so, yeah, you're talking to your passengers, but you can't talk shit about them. You know what I mean?
No.
I guess you can talk shit about the one before to the next one, but that's not a good idea
No,
either.
It's a little unprofessional.
But yeah, the links are in the description of the Facebook and YouTube. You can check that out. Click on that, download Telegram, the messaging app, and then download that link. And it kind of pops you into the group. And then you don't have to show us your phone number. We don't see it or anything. So, it's kind of like you don't have to worry about creepers.
Right.
Like, yes.
Except Jason.
I was going to say Jesper. You interrupted me before I got to it.
I'm looking out for you, Jesper.
No, Rideshare Daddy will take care of you.
That's not creepy.
That's my nickname on that group. So.
Rideshare Daddy.
Well, it's better than mine.
Where did yours even come from? Is this
Because
like an inside
John
joke?
called me that.
Wow.
So
It's pretty nasty.
it was
it's
pretty
funny.
nasty. It's hilarious, but it was yeah, that's what John's theory about me was one day when somebody was messing with me. So
Basically, your nickname is D Ripper.
Yeah.
You fill in the D part.
Dumb?
No.
Wow. Okay, well, another way that you can interact with us is give us your thoughts on this here podcast. Apple Podcasts is really the platform that we benefit most from. When you leave us a review, it helps our internet numbers go up. It gives us more exposure across the board. So if you like what you hear, please go ahead and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We will take your review elsewhere as well. I mean, Facebook, etc. But we get most excited about Apple Podcast reviews. So leave us one, and we'll be very grateful for it.
Yeah, it's so funny with Apple Podcast review. Ben and I do a podcast called Threads Podcast Life Unfiltered. Check it out.
Really? I had no idea.
It's Ben and us, and it's like really deep. So it's not like D jokes. I don't think we've ever.
You could do the philosophy behind D jokes.
It's true.
That's true.
We should add that as a topic.
But it's, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, so Ben and I got a review, and it bumped us up to 120 in relationships in the United States. Yeah, 120th out of 7,000 podcasts. So again, it's false. It's kind of just just because that review moves you up.
Right.
Now, of course, we won't get any more for the next 3 weeks, and then we'll move out. But we're number one in Italy.
Yeah.
It's like Italy and Switzerland.
Japan.
Japan and Italy were like ranked in the top 20 for relationships.
We want a new one to show on next podcast.
Yes.
So come on.
So leave us a review and we will read it on the air.
Please be nice.
Well, I mean,
or funny.
Yeah.
Nice
funny.
or funny.
Yeah.
We'll take both.
Or both.
I mean, you can leave us 5 stars and be mean. Just
Yeah.
leave the 5 stars, subscribe, and then be mean.
But we won't show it on the podcast.
We might if it's good enough.
Yeah. So if it's funny, it doesn't matter what it says. We will read it.
But if it's a 1 star and funny, we're not reading it. It's just FYI.
We'll come find you.
So I want to talk about
you.
I want to talk about our great studio sponsor, Irvine's Auto Repair. I am taking my car there this Friday. Nothing's wrong, but I need a oil change and a transmission fluid change. So I signed up. You can go on their mobile browser. It's really mobile friendly. You just fill it out right there, exactly what you want. They send you an email or text to confirm. It's super interactive. I was really excited about that.
How much is the transmission fluid change?
I don't know. I didn't ask for a price.
They're not the cheapest in town.
They are not the cheapest in town. I will tell you right up front, and they told me to say that. They're not the cheapest, but they will fix it right.
If
they
it's
do
quality,
brakes for breasts.
then that's what matters.
So they are located on Stafford, which is just east of 131 off 44th Street. It's a woman-owned veteran company. It's their 25th anniversary. They've won a ton of awards this year, and definitely check out their Google reviews. And they work on hybrids. I don't know anyone that has a hybrid, so I don't touch on that much, but when the dealerships can't figure it out, they send it to Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. So a long time ago, I can't remember, Eric said, these hybrids, these things are going to be something that is going to be the future. And so they bought into it and they started studying it, and now they're pretty much the expert in Grand Rapids for hybrids.
I mean, my old boss had a hybrid, and he went to the dealership, and it took them almost 6 months to get his car fixed. They were so backlogged.
Oh, man.
So there's not a lot of options in Grand Rapids. So to have someone who's an expert, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yep. And this month, probably. Nope. If you're listening to this, you can probably get it in tomorrow. But for the end of the month, they were going to offer free brake pads with every brake service. Obviously, you have to pay for the installation and donate 10% of all the brake services to the Cleveland Clinic Breast Cancer Vaccine Research. That's tough. # breaks for breast. So check them out. You could probably book it tomorrow. They'll probably still honor, it's the 31st, so I'm sure they'll still honor that. But yeah, they're great. Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids. So we're going to jump into rideshare in the news, and Jesper's up first. We got a lot of videos tonight, and I'm excited. There's a tipping video. It's 6 minutes. I know it's long, but you will absolutely love it. But
It's a good video.
That's not what's up next, but I'm excited for that one. Sorry. Go.
Cool. So I'm going to talk about an article on Jalopnik, which is why Lyft decided to hide how much that the riders are paying for each of the trips, because that's what they started. They stopped doing about 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't like the word hide.
Well, that's what they're using. So basically, what's going on is they no longer have a feature on Lyft to where you can go in and see the details on each trip and see what the passenger actually paid for the trip. But they can only see how much the driver is making on it.
Yeah, they're spinning it into this like we're going to be more forthcoming with our how you're getting paid. It was very vague through the article.
Right. And so the claim is that you can still see it in the sense that you can see it out of your weekly report as to how much. Basically, it's all one big number. So in the weekly report, you can see, you had this many rides. They paid this much to.
So it's just
Lyft.
one number?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, you made this much kind of
it's still going to piss people off. Then it's going to be a bigger.
Yeah. So, no, absolutely. So,
honestly, with that happening, I was surprised Uber and Lyft allowed us to see it at the beginning.
Right.
I would have had no problem. Again, we've talked about you're getting paid what you signed up to get paid. Whatever they charge, it's their business.
Sure.
If my company, I get paid a certain amount per hour, whatever they charge, it's really not my business.
No.
I'm getting what I was contracted to do.
But in
I
the
agree.
beginning, it was a trust thing, right? It was a trust thing because
They were trying to,
Well, it was they needed the drivers to trust the system. They needed the driver to trust that we were getting the 80% or whatever it was.
Plus, Lyft used to be percent based.
They both used to be.
Yeah.
Lyft and Uber
and
was
that's
both
just not the
percent-based.
case anymore.
Well, they are.
No, we don't
No.
get a percent
No, we get a
We get
a
per
flat
minute,
fee
per
per
mile.
mile and
Yeah.
time.
and a booking fee.
Yeah, but it's all
It used to be a direct.
Oh, I see what you're saying. When
You
it
got-
first started.
Yeah, you got 60% of whatever it was paid, no matter how much it was.
That's true.
after their what they call it, booking fee or
The safe
safety
rider.
fee.
the safe rider
Yeah.
fee.
That I like getting that back in the mail. That was
Yeah,
fun.
but you
I didn't get any back.
Would
What's
you-
up with that?
Do you want to tell? I never told anybody, but what's his name from Denver was kind of hinting at. He wanted me to tell how much you got, but I didn't know if it was my place, so
I got $495.
Yeah.
I got $45.
I didn't drive then, so nothing.
But out of all of us, he's been driving the longest. By the way, if you go to our website, you can see all our rides total of what we've all done on this team, and I added it slowly in my head. Roughly.
You should have just asked me to do
Well,
it.
my phone's over there because I don't want it to do it. So it's like 15,200 rides, roughly, between the four of us. So that's... we had somebody on YouTube, or I think it was Facebook, like, do you guys even ride? Do you guys even drive? Oh, I blocked that guy.
Actually,
that was the
yes.
guy on Twitter.
Okay.
He was talking about one of our sponsors. And yeah, if you talk shit about our sponsors, I'm going to block you, by the way. It was only one guy that's done it. But he goes, do you guys even ride share drive? And I'm like, okay, we need to get a stat on there. Like, yes, we're not rookies. We've been around the block. And just so you know, I have the most with 4215.
But Sam is going to break that one real soon.
I don't
This
know.
weekend.
You're at 4,001. You're not doing 250 rides.
No,
Plus,
but
now,
by the end of the year, it might.
yeah, but now I'm driving full time.
Yeah, but you're also doing shift, and you're doing a lot of daytime driving.
Hey,
so
Esper,
it's
you got
less
any
rides.
popcorn?
I know, no, I'm all out about.
Oh, you guys want popcorn now?
I got one paragraph into my article.
Well, you
and Jason took over.
well, you paused.
No, I was breathing, and you're like, boom, jumping on me.
Yeah, you were breathing. Okay, go back to your article.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's fine now.
I mean,
No, so basically, the other part of the article is that people that the writer of the article claims or states that Lyft is doing this for another one of distancing them from the whole model of being
Transparent.
employees. Yeah, and so it's going to position them better in the whole. We are actually just we're just independent contractors.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with them taking it away. I don't think they should have ever done it in the first place. By the way, I forgot to put this ad up here on the screen when we talked about Irvine. So, well,
You are doing really well.
yeah. Well, it's. I need another monitor.
no, you don't.
You're
Yes,
not-
I do. I need another monitor. I need to have the rundown over here, and I need to have this over here.
You are not getting any more money approved. Dude, make do.
Call Irvine's 202-5538 irvines.com.
Maybe Irvine's will buy you a monitor.
Maybe
I
they'll
don't
renew.
think so.
Yeah, if I recommend going on their website. You can book it real easy. But anyways, okay.
But yeah, I agree. I was going to say I agree with Jason. I don't think we ever had any sort of right to that information.
Yeah, and it didn't bother me. I don't care
And-
as long as I get what's coming to me that I signed up for.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Charge them $3,000.
But I'm convinced there was a trust issue in the beginning.
Right. And they're just less concerned with it now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is over the weekend, somebody was talking in the chat that they were talking to their customers and that Lyft was charging like $150, $175 for rides in GR, and there was no, we had nothing.
Yeah, well, that Tamara even posted that Lyft was looking for like $78 for her trip, and there was no surge visible on anyone's screen. Like,
so I don't know why Lyft used to be the woke company. And
but ultimately that's why they're doing it, because they're charging the surge still. They're not paying it to us, and they just don't want people getting mad about it. But we're still going to figure it out.
Well, at least Uber is kind of sharing some of the surge. You know, Lyft is just like, we're just not going to pay you at all. So I won't turn I will have both of them on during the day, but if one of them, if Uber's surging, I won't even bother turning Lyft on.
I'll look at Lyft to see, because if you are already in a pink box, even if you're offline, it will show up for you.
I haven't seen that.
They almost never happen. But if you're lucky enough to open the app up and you're in one, sometimes they're like plus 20. Then I'll flip over.
Well, of course.
But that's it.
Chris got from the group got a $5 one today. I guess I should go off this ad.
Yeah.
I've been on it for
How
that's okay.
I get talking and
how high did the surge go last weekend?
I don't oh, you mean on Uber?
Yeah,
7
Saturday.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy, but it was consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lasted. It started at like 9 o'clock, and I think it surged till like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it was pretty much a blob the whole night.
Yeah.
So I was stuck on some Lyft rides, and then I totally forgot to check Uber. I go over, it's like $6. I'm like, well, screw this.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, like, I never had time to go offline when it wasn't surging. Eventually, I just had to shut the app off to use the bathroom, even though it was still surging pretty intensely.
For Uber?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next up, this is we've all seen this picture, but I mean I mean, when you get in an Uber and the driver starts talking, they forgot an S.
The drivers start talking.
When the drivers start talking.
We've all had those passengers that just don't want to talk to us.
Right. Yeah. I wish that was an option and not just for comfort.
I was going to say, I actually had one of those.
You were ready to jump. You were ready to pounce.
I know. And she did say she wanted quietness in the car. And so I was quiet, but then she started talking.
Okay.
By herself.
Well,
okay, I guess I can talk.
Yeah.
If I was a woman, I would be like, that would be my setting, and then just see if the guy's kind of a creeper.
Right.
You kind of feel it out a little bit, and you're like, oh, this guy's cool.
To be fair, Jesper doesn't have any creepy vibes.
No, he doesn't, but he got another 1-star over the weekend.
Yeah,
so
well, so did I. So
he's not sensitive about it at all. You got one too?
Oh, yeah.
so did I.
Like, they went all out and checked every complaint.
Oh, that's
possible.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't you think aren't they going to get rid of that one, though? I mean, that seems
It's still there. I thought it would disappear, but
No.
no.
Oh, how did I forget? I kicked somebody out over the weekend.
Yeah, you never told your stories.
No,
Right?
I forgot. And I was actually going to share that video. I thought I will share it in here. I'm not going to put it on YouTube, but I would share it in here, and I forgot. I'll do it for next time. But Ben thought I was very crabby, and
You were crabby.
He was kind of a dick to me that
Like,
night.
I didn't watch the video, but I
Ben-
listened to you talk
Ben was a
afterwards,
dick
and you
to
were
you?
grouchy.
Yeah, he was
Ben?
He was dickish all weekend.
I know.
But yeah, I kicked her out. So okay, I guess I was a little grumpy. I will. So I had been frustrated because I had these cancels before then. Like the last half hour had not gone my way, so I was fussy. Yeah. And I picked him up, and they're like, "Do you have an aux cord?" Like,
come on, give us your best Valley Girl.
Oh my gosh, you have an aux cord?
Gag me with a spoon.
Well, you don't add a lisp to it. That's if you're gay.
I'm a gay
Valley girl.
Actually, it's a VSCO girl now.
Visco girl.
Yeah.
A Visco?
Visco girl.
You
Never even heard of it.
That's the new Valley Girl.
What does it stand for? Like,
I have no idea, but
It's
that's
an
the type
app.
of girl.
It's an app that you can use to edit your appearance.
Yeah, and they wear
Visual-
certain clothing,
yeah.
and they do this and that, and they're Valley Girls of
And they
my
go,
generation.
Jesper, we're really old. Yeah, I don't know what
I know.
they're talking about.
They wear Birkenstocks.
I know what a
And
Valley Girl
leggings.
is.
Well, I do
Yes.
too.
And
But anyways,
baggy sweatshirts.
she was like, "Oh, do you have an aux cord?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." She goes, "Do you have Bluetooth?" I said, "No, I don't." She goes, and I probably was grumpier than that because I hate when people ask for the aux cord. I don't know why. It just annoys me. We're going 3 minutes down the road. You really want to bump your DMX? Okay, I would like DMX, but your EDM crap for 3 minutes.
Right.
So I do have an aux cord, but I wasn't going to give it to her.
Do you know what I do when people ask me for an Oscar?
What?
You have a tablet back there.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're special.
It works so well.
No, when people ask to change the music, I'll say to them just plainly, we're not changing the music. And I just keep going.
See? Okay. So my next step, she's like, oh, I guess we're gonna play with this radio. And she went to touch it and I pushed her hand away. I said, no, that's not happening. And then she just went off on me and she's like, oh, well, this is not how I've ever been treated in an Uber. I'm like, well, and I said, my job is to take you. Gosh, I wish I had the video. I could probably, if you guys gave me 5 minutes, I could probably pull it together. But
No.
Yes was like, no, you're not. But yeah, she just kept going after me. And I finally turned the corner and I said, get out. And they didn't even argue. Like there was 2 boys in the back and the girl in the front. And I heard them go, because who knows how long.
Probably not the first time.
There was one bigger reason for it, though. There was something big she said to you. I remember you tell the story, and that was when you finally just said, "Just get out."
Didn't she say that you were like the worst driver or something?
Yeah, that's what she said. You're
Yeah.
the worst
No.
Uber driver. Or something like that.
No, that was a weekend before that happened.
Oh, yeah.
This happened regularly.
That one was not my
The other
fault.
was a drunk girl, and her friend was pissed at her.
Yeah, because she goes, oh, Debbie, or oh, Katie, what are you doing? But anyways, I will have it for next podcast,
Pete
and
said.
you can judge me. What did Pete say? I'm like so
You
behind.
slapped her hand.
No, I moved her
He
hand.
slapped her hand.
Pete says, if my driver slapped me, I would have kicked him out.
She was tiny. She wasn't moving this bear. So, anyways, I will have it for next week. All right, Sam, let's talk about Uber's deep push into financial services.
Yeah, I mean, deep push is probably a bit of a dramatization.
Well, this has been announced before.
Right.
Them getting into because weren't they going to do like quick loans?
So that's still on the back burner in America, but it is in other countries. They do have a microloan program.
Really?
Yep. They mentioned like some South America, in India, a few other places. But this article specifically was about just how they're changing their bank card. They're releasing Uber Money.
Yeah, they're going to have a credit card and they're going to upgrade their debit card, hopefully not with GoBank.
Right. And it's going to be similar to Lyft's
I
card.
like GoBank.
That. Yeah.
Of you did
Shut
it
up.
all the time.
Shut up, both of you.
Yes,
Anybody got some popcorn?
Basically, every ride you take will automatically just get loaded onto the card, which is kind of a nice feature. It doesn't say if it's going to continue having the same rewards that we have now on our current card, but it's built into their program, so you would think so, but I don't know. And they're just trying to make it easier for people to have a bank. Because for some people, it's hard. They can't always get a bank account. Not everybody can. So you will be able to if you're an Uber driver with Uber. And then they're looking at possibly expanding it towards a passenger program too.
Oh.
So they can have their own Uber wallet. And when they pay for rides, it comes through there and it gets rid of like the banking fees. And maybe they can give discounts if you use their card instead of making them pay to Visa or to MasterCard for every purchase.
Yeah. So I was going to jump in real quick. It says Uber is rolling out globally a debit card with enhanced InstaPay, which Lyft just launched. Service. It's been testing in the U.S. and a few other markets. The feature has taken off in the U.S. with over 70% of driver payments made using InstaPay. Hold on.
Green dot.
You've spoiled it. Damn it.
What?
Anyways, it's essentially a no-fee banking account with a debit card in the U.S. linked to account provided by Green Dot
instead of
GoBank. No one knows the inside joke. I mean, I have struggled. Like, GoBank doesn't have an account for me, but Uber has a GoBank card on file for me. I don't know what it is. They both hate each other. They don't talk. They don't communicate. So I can't get the Uber debit card.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they work with all the same ATMs, then I guess I don't care.
Yeah.
You use ATMs?
Well, yeah. How else am I going to get the money off the GoBank card into my other bank?
You can't transfer
You
it?
can. There is totally an in-app transfer option.
Well, yeah, but I don't want
It takes like 48 hours and you're good to go.
But this takes like 2 hours.
But then you have to
done.
go
wait.
to the bank.
So it's easier to go to an ATM, get cash,
Yeah.
and then put it in your bank. That's
Faster,
easier than
maybe not easier.
That's easier than an in-app transfer.
Whatever.
but
Yes.
You say I'm old.
I know.
Kind of whatever.
But
So, yeah, whatever.
in addition, the card will continue having the $100 overdraft option,
Okay.
which is really nice. Because like you pay at the pump and they pre-charge you $75 or $100.
$85
If you don't,
shell now.
They'd still do that?
they still do that. So if you don't have it in your account, it's okay. It'll still go through, and then you'll be appropriately charged for your gas. And yeah, if you need a $20 advance on your pay so you can go drive that day, you can overdraft it $20. No fees, no penalties.
Yeah, but just don't go into debt to Uber.
Right. Well,
it
does cap at $100.
Well,
so you can't get too far in.
It reminded me of a thing that happened a couple years ago. I'm sure I wonder if you guys can remember it. But there was a question before I get into that. So, do you think is this going to change how quickly people are going to get paid for long rides? Like, I'm talking about Chicago rides. I'm talking about Detroit rides.
I don't think so. I think they're going to hold that.
Do you remember there was about a year and a half ago, there was a guy who took a ride to Traverse City, and he had no money to get back.
Yeah.
And somebody ended up actually Western Unioning him, sending him some money.
I think it was Dennis.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis helped him out.
Dennis helped him out. That's what it was.
Yeah, which was super nice.
It was
it's
super
kind of
nice.
surprising
Absolutely.
from him.
Well,
I mean, I don't know
Dennis
him.
is actually a good guy. He really is. I mean, I saw an accident out by the airport one night, and he was the first one there. I mean,
I was there.
Yeah.
Him and I.
Dennis was there pulling up.
Yeah, he was.
So anyways, so I was just wondering though if that's going to help with that if the drivers gets in those situations. I mean, obviously the $100 will help.
That'll get you your gas to get you home. I mean, I think the hold is just a fraud prevention, and this won't do anything about fraud.
Because honestly, if it's a bad thing, Uber doesn't want to be on the hook for a couple $100. You know, $3 or a minimum fare ride they don't care about.
No.
But yeah, I don't think that's going to change, to answer your question. So,
if it helps keep people from getting stranded in the middle of nowhere because they don't have any gas money, then I guess that's a good thing.
And thank God they put a limit on it. But guys, don't get the Uber credit card when it comes out. No. Like,
I don't plan on it.
It's just going to F you. It's going to F you. So, what do we got next? This is this. Hang on a second. Oh no. Did we skip Uber Assist?
I mean, do you want to do it? I just feel like we're going
Did you delete it?
I did.
Well, son of a bitch. You screwed me up. I'm like, where's number 4? Please don't delete things without like messaging me, because I'm like,
God, we're going to listen to him whine.
Do you have popcorn?
It's right there. I put it back.
it doesn't matter to me. I have it in my software. So this is called CTAA training. What does that stand for? Community Transportation Association of America.
Mm-hmm. Good job reading.
Thank you. I don't know if it's not in our area, but basically you just take a class, looks like, and you just help people that maybe need a little bit more assistance. It's 20% more on time and distance. If it was just time, I'd be like, yeah, nah, not interested.
Yeah.
But distance.
But it does help. Plus, I mean, I guess people are probably starting the trip before walking up to someone's door and helping them get to the car, so they're getting paid more for that time.
I wouldn't do that. Well, depending.
Some people might.
Well, you're right. That's a good.
Because that you're getting paid now to help them to the car.
True, and you'll probably get instructions that says this person needs help. Walk to the door.
Right.
I bet they say don't start the trip till they get in there, though.
Probably.
So, speaking of new services in our market, I was talking to a guy at my church last Sunday, and he came to me and he asked me if there was such a service as a rideshare service to help get minors to their things. And of course, I talked to him about Hop, Skip, Drive and how it wasn't in our market, but it was just wondering, when do you guys think that something like that would come to Grand Rapids?
There is something starting in Grand Rapids. It's still an idea stage. Like I have a coworker who had a meeting with somebody, and one of the side businesses this person is doing is starting a rideshare service for kids in Grand Rapids.
But why not? I mean, I understand. I get it.
I'm guessing enough people have to complain to Hop, Skip, Drive. They have to get a certain tally of residents in Grand Rapids saying, hey, come here, come here, come here.
Well, the problem is the cost of
starting in a new market.
Well, not only that, but having drivers that are more vetted. Like it's not just a quick checker background. It's probably fingerprints and
and just getting enough drivers on board to do it. I mean,
exactly.
But I don't want to do it. I don't care how much they're paying me. I am not carting around children.
I wouldn't mind it if it was like 12 and up. I wouldn't want to do anything below that.
No. I just don't. I don't have kids. I don't really like kids. I wouldn't.
I have
don't.
kids and I don't like kids.
He didn't like them. What did I send you the other night? He's like, I hate kids, other people's kids. And I said, don't lie or something. You hate your kids too sometimes.
So I was like, I would be miserable.
So the people around this table who would take kids, which I would too if I had the training, would you guys pay an upfront fee to be approved for it as a investment in your business if you could get more rides or more business?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know what that number would be. I probably wouldn't pay more than $500. Now that's
I wouldn't pay that much. But yeah.
I'm just saying if this was going to be my gig, like this is what I'm going to do for a living, $500 is nothing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's a drop in a bucket. But how many rides are you going to get?
But if this is just adding yet another service to Uber and Lyft, and now you have 3, I would probably pay $100.
Yeah, I still don't know why Uber hasn't jumped on that bandwagon yet.
I think it's a security thing. I think insurance thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just,
I mean, they're already had to deal with the James River issue. They don't want any more insurance related issues.
Yeah. But no, I would do it. I mean, I would have to have an age limit though. I mean,
oh yeah.
That's one thing about driving in the day. I've already had.
I was going to say, didn't you have a couple today?
I had one either yesterday or today. I can't remember.
I started Sunday.
That's weird. Usually it's during the day, during the week. People are trying to get to work. I get it. But man, I started at 5 this morning. It feels like so long ago when I woke up. So I'm like, did I do that yesterday or today? But yeah, that's tough about the minor. I would like to touch on maybe next podcast about the car seat thing, because I've kind of changed my tune a little bit, and I know Peter hates that the way I'm going to go on this, but I'll just bring it up. I'm honestly thinking about throwing a booster seat in the back.
Nope.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, I would too.
I have 4 booster seats upstairs I was going to put on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, today there was one that was kind of borderline, and I said, okay, it was borderline. But if I had the seat, I'd be like, oh, here's this for you. There you go. I don't know.
Right. There was a while where I always had it in the back of my car, and I used it.
But then I think I'm not talking about liability, because guess what? You're getting sued regardless. I talked to Brian about that. He said there's really not. You're going to get sued regardless in an accident. If that kid was in a seat, wouldn't you rather have him be in a?
Right.
If you decided to take it, let's say.
Oh, sure.
And I don't want to get on a huge rabbit hole with this, and maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. But
Peter says, worst idea ever.
Yeah,
all caps.
Whatever, Peter. Lose my number. But I just wonder, what I worry about is in enabling them by doing it. By saying,
sure.
Because if we all cancel, then eventually, like I had one today, brought the car seat out. She knew that for whatever reason.
She didn't know how to strap it in.
No, it was just a booster seat. So it was like a backed booster seat. It was fine, but I wonder if you're
going to get people like, well, isn't it your job to provide a car seat?
I know. There's always the look on that, but let's keep going before Peter defriends us.
Sorry, Peter.
I didn't say I was going to do it. So Sam saw this on Facebook, and it's kind of a cool, I'll let you go through it. But
so I mean, it was from a driver who was a passenger that day, and this is what their driver got and sent them. And it was, a message that they send to every passenger, I'm assuming, introducing his name and then giving some basic instructions and introduction. So I'll pick you up in 2 to 3 minutes. Please be ready. I've got chargers for phones. I've got chargers for laptops or iPads, which is pretty awesome. Free Wi-Fi. They have GPS and a full-size iPad. Passengers must wear seatbelts, no drinking, eating, smoking. They have 2 cameras. They like etiquette. And if you start a conversation, I'll continue. Yes, I'll go to Manhattan. And no, I won't go to JFK.
So just a nice little thing of what he does. Obviously, he has a shortcut or yes, we're calling it an autocorrect, which I don't think that's right.
Shortcut.
A shortcut.
It could be an autocorrect.
Right. But anyways.
Whatever.
This guy had like 14,000 rides with a 4.97.
Right. So he's been doing it for a long time. And
so that's 2 years.
He has rules for his car, and he's very upfront about them. And if you have a problem with it, you're going to know before he gets there. So hopefully it removes argument.
True. Yeah, I thought about during the daytime having about if you're a minor. Oh yeah, I did have a minor today. She was 50. Oh yeah. It was in Byron. It was in Byron Center. Nice house. I mean, like probably 350, I would say. And she walks out, and she just looked really young. And if she looked older, I probably would have been like, whatever. But I asked her how old she was. She goes 15. And I was like, sorry, I can't take your reminder. She goes, what? Like the Valley Girl. I was like, yeah, I'm
Visco
sorry.
girl.
And and then she's like, am I going to get charged? I said, yeah. She goes, what? Or something. And I just drove away and waited 5 minutes and canceled. But I really do like this in here. My question to you, do you guys, I just popped in my head because I broke a rule that I normally do, and I let somebody vape in my car.
Yeah.
Do you guys don't?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I'm turning into a bitch.
I mean, sometimes in the third row, people will do it and I won't notice until I smell it.
Yeah.
I had a girl in the back. When they got out, I saw an empty beer can, and I was like, "You were drinking back
that
there."
happens. Yeah, I had one over the weekend too.
Again, third row. I can't see what's going on back there. It's dark.
Yeah,
Put a camera back there.
and they're losing the circulation in their legs from the tight seat.
Exactly, because it is so small.
And you're hoping that the person that ordered the ride isn't sitting back there.
Yes, I always hope they're next to me because they have the most room.
No kidding.
So, ready, Ben?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
Ready for... Oh, look at that.
It's almost like he doesn't have the rundown right
I
in front of
know.
him.
He needs another screen too.
Yeah, I must. I was trying to watch Facebook. I was having fun with Peter. But no. So our second sponsor, that is our longest running sponsor, is CarStar Impact of Cascade. These guys have saved me a bunch of money, and they've gone the extra mile to make sure that my vehicle was taken top-notch care of. My insurance company back in the day, when I had to file a claim, they essentially had me take pictures of the damage, and then they wrote an estimate based on these pictures that I took. And that's how they were going to approach this. I told Steve at CarStar Impact of Cascade, and he said, no, I'm going to have an adjuster from Progressive meet me at my shop, and we're going to look at this together. And there's no way in hell I'm going to let them just take off-market parts to replace your factory parts with. He's like, don't worry. I will take it. I'll handle it. I'll make sure this is done right. You don't need to worry about a thing. So their tagline of relax, we'll take it from here is very true. He's done that for me a couple of times when I needed his services. And he's also done that. He and his team have done that for a few other drivers in our community as well. So if you ever have any body needs, if you're in an accident, or if you need your car detailed,
or if you just have some problems.
You're terrible, Sam.
You were thinking it.
So don't smile at me when I pick my eyes up. I'm sorry, y'all.
If your car has any, I'm just going to skip over that word. Yeah. If you have any needs that you need help with, I'm really kidding. Thanks, Sam and Jason.
Good thing you're doing the ads.
Doing so well until they actually interrupted you.
We just snickered. Man. We just
snicker. So if you need any repair work done to your vehicle, this is the place to go for exterior body work, as well as car detailing. It is a new service that they are offering.
It's a good segue.
I know, right? It's like I do this for a living or something. And speaking of that, we had a contest that was sponsored by CarStar Impact of Cascade, and we have a winner to announce. Somebody won a $200 detail from CarStar Impact of Cascade.
Yeah, their business is Reflections, right? They're looking for a building, but right now they're running it out of their current building.
Yes, so it will be led by the same folks there.
Yep.
Steve's a great guy, and he's just does the right thing for his customers. And I am excited to announce that of all the people who entered our contest, Peter, riding with Retep, was chosen as the winner of the $200 detail from Reflections, part of CarStar Impact of Cascade. So, Peter, congratulations.
Yes.
We will reach out to you with all the details.
Pete.
And next time, if we have a contest, so Peter had 2 entries because he shared or he retweeted.
He followed the directions that we gave.
And so, congratulations, Peter. You had better odds. We did a randomizer online, so.
Pete says GTFO.
Yeah.
So, yeah, congratulations, Pete. Just reach out to Steve from CarStar and get that thing purdy. So. All right, next up, this is the tipping video I want y'all to watch. It's long, but it's good.
See you in 6 minutes.
You got to go pee because here's a great time to do it.
Yeah.
Get the popcorn.
Yeah. Do we want to mute the mics through this? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to mute the
Yes.
mics. So, this is just a good, it's by Vox. I've never really heard of them before.
Oh, I have. I've read quite a few articles on their website.
Their video was just great. I just love when people edit a good video, and it had a lot of good content, and it was funny and kept me entertained. So here is that.
So imagine you're wrapping up a night out. You're ready to head home, but driving isn't an option, and you don't want to wait for public transit. So you use your phone and you fire up Uber or Lyft or whatever ride-hailing app floats your boat. 20 minutes later, you're faced with this screen. Do you tip your driver or not?
Sometimes.
Can't tell you the last time I tipped an Uber or a Lyft.
Sometimes I'll do it. Sometimes I won't.
I should tip. I tip every single ride. Wow. I have to. Aren't we just much better than me?
Tipping etiquette on ride-hailing apps is totally unclear, so riders are all over the place with how they're tipping. Turns out only about 35% of riders tip consistently.
When I talk to drivers, tipping is definitely a big deal for them. It's something that's on their minds and that can make or break a ride for them.
This is Shireen Ghaffari.
I write about tech and labor.
App-based drivers and cab drivers perform a very similar service. But riders in the US pretty consistently agree. Cab drivers should be tipped.
I would never walk out of a cab without tipping the driver.
I instinctively tip the cab driver.
So what's going on here? Why is there so much confusion around whether you should tip on apps like Uber or Lyft? This split between how riders tip cab drivers versus app-based drivers can be traced back to the origins of Uber, the company that made smartphone ride-hailing a thing in the first place.
Uber definitely wasn't the first ride-hailing app, but it was the one that scaled the most quickly and became a household name the most quickly.
By 2015, Uber accounted for over 90% of all app-based rides.
So Uber set the standard in terms of what's the right driver-rider courtesy.
And for years, Uber set the standard that what's right is not tipping your driver. From the moment Uber entered the market in 2009, there wasn't even an option to tip in the app. Over the next few years, the company told curious customers over Twitter that a 20% tip was already built into the fare, and that there was no need for riders to tip. Uber also told riders that its drivers take home the majority of the fare.
I thought that Uber and Lyft were just showering their drivers with money so that you didn't have to tip.
I've always thought that the tip was built into the costs.
Uber's messaging around tipping had a huge impact. Even as other ride-hailing apps joined the market with tipping built right into the app, riders still saw these services as something that didn't require a tip. Still, for a time, even though app-based drivers weren't making much in tips, their pay was pretty good and, more importantly, stable. This chart shows what app-based drivers made between 2012 and 2014. Even though it goes up and down, it basically hovers around $1,500 a month. But that didn't last. As the ride-hailing market got more crowded, Uber and its competitors started to lower their fares to stay competitive.
There's been many reports that Uber drivers' pay has been going down over the years. Uber is saying that its commission is 25%, but there are some reports showing that it actually may be as high as 40%. And in some cases, they actually are lowering the rate that they give drivers per mile.
After 2014, app-based drivers' pay dropped dramatically. And by 2018, drivers were making nearly half what they were making just 6 years before.
You started to hear drivers get more and more disgruntled. You saw this sort of community form of drivers who felt like these companies may be ripping them off or not giving them their fair share. And the lack of tip became a real problem because the amount of money that Uber drivers were getting was comparable to how much they'd be getting in a cab where most people would tip.
To make matters worse for drivers, the reasons Uber had given for not including tipping in its app, those turned out to be not entirely true.
Uber had said that tipping is included in our bill. That was sort of debunked, and actually some people ended up suing Uber over that claim in part, and they ended up settling.
Finally, drivers' dissatisfaction reached a turning point.
I lost $97,000 because of you. I bankrupt because of you.
in 2017. Uber's then CEO Travis Kalanick gets in an Uber, and as he's leaving, the driver brings up driver pay to Travis.
You're raising the standards and you're dropping the prices in general. The whole price.
Yeah, we have to. We have competitors. Otherwise, we've got a business.
And Travis sort of starts to blame the driver.
You know what?
What?
Some people don't like to take responsibility for their
take responsibility.
They blame it.
Definitely was sort of an inflection point because it made the company look like it didn't care about its drivers. And I think when you have that hand in hand with this no tipping policy, it was not a good look for Uber.
Several months after this video, Uber finally added a tipping option to its app. But that wasn't enough to change the pervasive no-tip culture the company had already built.
I always tip cab drivers, but I don't always tip Uber drivers.
I didn't know people would tip.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought everyone tipped.
So, should you tip your Uber driver? Well, that's still up to you. But just keep in mind, just like cab drivers, app-based drivers do not automatically get tipped. And if you tip in a cab, you should probably be doing the same for app-based rides. Reconsidering how we tip isn't going to fix the larger problems with the ride-hailing industry, but it's still a good thing to do.
I will say that the gig economy is tough. It's a tough gig. So anything you can do to reward people for good work, I think is nice.
If you're looking to pass...
So yeah, I know that was a long video, but I really enjoyed the video. They did a good job. It was interesting that some of the people had said, "Oh, I tip in a cab always, but never in rideshare."
Right.
Well, I know some cab owners own their own cars, but most of them don't, I think. And maybe I'm wrong on that, but we own our own cars, so we should be getting tipped as much, if not more, than a cab driver.
It's because they're paying a monthly medallion fee. That's what the tip pays for.
Right. In like New York, but what about GR? They don't have...
No, but they probably have to pay a pretty hefty rent to use the car.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But we have to pay for our expenses.
Yes, we do. I mean, that's it. They don't have less or more expenses, but that factor is still there. So
yeah, it's
Ben's head changed.
Ben looks like he's going to rob a bank. I don't know. I just don't ever see.
Or be a skater boy.
Skater boy.
Do you love Avril Lavigne?
I was going to deal the quick like.
I'm surprised that reference didn't fall silent on you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I love Avril Lavigne.
Avril.
Shut up. I even know that it's spelled skater boy with the 8 in the word skate. See? What? I'm hip. See, he doesn't even know that.
I had to join the rest of my bros who are wearing hats.
What about Sam?
She's not a bro.
Oh. Are you a Visco girl or whatever?
No, I am not. I'm like a D-Ripper.
It's kind of like Crisco. But anyways, if anyone's watching this and that are riders, which I doubt it, it's just you got to tip your Uber driver. Yep. I always make the comment like I get tipped constantly on food delivery, but not as much on passenger delivery. I'm like, wait, I'm delivering a person. You're not going to tip me because I got you where you needed to go safely. Yep. But hey, if I got your chicken McNuggets there, you're getting a $5 tip, bro.
You took one of the nuggets, but you're not selling it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's 6 pieces actually. 5
and I still get a tip.
Yeah, I know.
So the next is just some audio.
We'll have a question about the whole tipping. So I'll go around the table here. So if you were to say, who do you think of your riders, what type of riders tip you the best?
Let's be careful with that.
Why?
I'm not going to answer that.
I mean,
stereotype much?
No, but for me, definitely.
You need a shovel?
The people who are already in the industry that receives tips and that understand the value of a tip, those are the ones who tips the most to me.
How about this? Vocation. What vocation?
Other service industry people definitely tip the best.
I think in general, and I see that on all the Facebook pages all the time, if they're rich, they don't tip.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
True.
Because like if I was rich,
they got rich by being frugal.
Yes, but I would love to just make somebody's day and you know and be like drop a 50 in there and be like, hey.
And I've had some of those.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
not every day by any means.
No, not even every month.
No,
but yeah, it ebbs and flows with tips. I mean, I had a pretty good tip weekend, but you were going to run some sort of study with tipping, and
that kind of fell flat.
I'm sorry, Ben. How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
I'm 35.
Then you are a millennial, so shut up.
No,
yes.
I'm not.
My wife is, and she's
borderline.
37.
Yeah, I think 38 is the cutoff.
Yeah, I think
borderline.
I think if you were born in 82.
You're an old millennial, but you're a millennial.
Elder.
I'm an elder millennial.
Yes. All right, can we move on from the tipping? I just really love that video. I actually, if I reach out, I should just email Vox. I don't know why I'm kind of nerding out about that video. Just was really good.
It was very good.
So the next one is just some audio. I couldn't get a video on it. It's about Chicago rideshare users facing a new $3 tax. And
we're skipping the gender study?
I don't. So this is actually the video from Vox. So
from The Verge?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I can click on it.
I thought it was different, but
yeah, it is different.
Hold on. See, hold on. Just to see if I'm crazy.
The link is weird. It says gender, but it doesn't say gender.
Yeah, there was the video I pulled out was like right in here somewhere.
Okay.
From Vox. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's completely
look
different,
look at the title on top.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about gender. It's probably clickbait.
Oh, there was an article I saw, a different one that did bring up the differences between male and female tipping.
Yeah, well, it's clearly not this one.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, good call. So again, this is just some audio. Just the government trying to tax the shit out of everybody. I'm gonna play that real quick.
Another year, another tax. This time, the city of Chicago is targeting rideshare users. That Lyft or Uber ride may soon be costing up to a full $2.28 more.
I think that's crazy. Why?
The city is calling it a congestion tax aimed primarily at single rides during the downtown rush hour, which in recent years has worsened exponentially. A whopping 271% increase in rideshare usage, partly to blame.
You look outside at this moment, and what you're going to see is total congestion and gridlock.
The mayor says the additional fees are meant to incentivize decreased CTA usage, as well as pool rides, which will see a reduction in fees. Those taking single rides outside the downtown area will also see an increase, but not as steep. But what about the drivers?
It's pretty much the only job you're guaranteed to have a pay decrease every year.
On the platform for 5 years, Lori Simmons is feeling the squeeze. With over 110,000 rideshare vehicles registered in Chicago, she says a driver cap might be a more effective way to relieve congestion without hurting people's livelihoods. Nearly 50% of drivers live on the south and west sides of the city.
Tax might help downtown. It may relieve congestion, but it doesn't do anything to help your driver population, which is a huge workforce in the city and extremely marginalized at this point.
We shouldn't just be talking about rideshare. There are other people that we can try to incentivize to not get behind the wheel.
The mayor will present her budget proposal to City Council tomorrow, at which time additional details regarding the rideshare fee increase may be disclosed. If approved, the hike will go into effect on January the 1st. In the Loop, by Michelle Gallardo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A little less than 20 seconds.
That was New York, right?
No, that's Chicago.
Okay.
So Sam heard it, but Bryant was actually interviewed in that. They didn't even put his name on there. I remember watching it, but so that driver saying it's not going to affect the driver. The driver's not paying that fee. It's the rider. So why would it affect it? Why would she make less money?
Well, because there's going to be less people taking rides.
Yeah. Because there's an added fee they have to
That's
pay.
true. If they take
trickle down effect.
Yeah, the trickle down.
Plus, I think she was more commenting on the fact that every year we get pay cuts.
True. Which
it's rare
we
that
haven't
we
in
get
a while.
Not in Grand Rapids, but in bigger cities have seen a lot of pay cuts.
I was in Chicago for probably about a year ago right now, though, and it's true. Everywhere I look, this was in the middle of the day, right? Downtown, it was just gridlock with rideshare cars.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
And you can see the big fat stickers that they have to be able to pick up at the airport.
Yeah.
They have to have and it's just everywhere you look,
It's
it's
a mess.
rideshare cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you heard in the article, they have 110 or average 110,000 rideshare cars. I get it, it's a problem, and I hate government involvement. It just I like little small government, but I mean, what are you going to do if it's that congested? I mean, I'd be interested to hear because Tom in the group, Tom doesn't talk a ton, but he's from Chicago.
He's in the burbs, though.
Oh, the suburbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Tom from the burbs or whatever. Okay. He does not drive in the shitty.
Freudian slip. He doesn't drive in the shitty.
What time? What? I need a timestamp on that. What was that? 1:19. All right, that was pretty funny.
Well, wouldn't you want to check Audacity for timestamp?
Doesn't matter. I just checked Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Audacity is different either
Try it again.
because people get the early preview. Don't tell me what to do.
City of I can't. Whew.
Oh, there's my pen.
So
don't touch me.
I will touch you.
Where?
You had to make it weird.
Always.
I'm just glad you can pull that out.
Yeah. So where? I'm not going to edit that out. I just want it for an extra clip. What were we talking about before? I mean, we're talking about Chicago, but congestion.
What's the solution?
Oh, that kind of congestion.
Oh, we know you're the king of that.
Yes, we hear it
all the time. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the people that get charged a fee, but something's got to be done.
Right.
I don't like her idea that limit drivers getting on the platform because that's really going to screw the part-time drivers.
It does, and I mean, she's saying that, but what happens when she's the driver and not allowed to be on? Well, then it'll be a problem.
Yeah, I'd be interested if she was full or part-time because she said she'd been driving for 5 years. So
so probably why. I mean, you could do either.
Yeah. So, don't tax me. Stop taxing me. So we're going to talk about Kover.ai. Kover.ai.
Good job.
Thank you. So they are the Aflac, which Aflac probably doesn't like me saying this. They're the Aflac for rideshare drivers. So if you are involved in an accident and you are an Uber or Lyft driver, you can receive 80% of your average rideshare income when you can't drive up after the accident up to $10K, which is huge. So when Sam got into her accidents, if she had this service, then she would have got revenue up to $10,000, which you never would have hit that. I mean, you were back on the road, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. But I mean, it still would have been a couple $100 each week that could have helped. I mean, that's groceries. That's all sorts of things.
Yeah. So they're backed by MetLife, one of the largest insurance carriers in the United States. And Techstars, a top American startup accelerator. I've never heard of Techstars, but yeah, I mean, check it out. You can get a free month when you sign up using our code. The link is in the description. You can just click on that. It'll take you right to the sign up. And let me know if you have any trouble. But thank you for Kover being, believing in us to get the word out that you need some insurance on top of what you already have. And again, a lot of people get it confused and they're like, well, I already have car insurance. I have the rideshare endorsement. Yeah, that's going to fix your car. Who's going to pay your bills? Right. The insurance companies. No. Car insurance company's not going to pay your bills. They're going to fix your car. So meanwhile, while you're twiddling your thumbs,
unless you're like physically injured, you can't really fight for lost pay.
Right. And I know. Jamie it's a specialized case.
Right. And again, she was hurt. She broke her hand, and there was a reason she couldn't work above and beyond just not having a car.
Right. And I don't know the rental deal in Grand Rapids. Is there a way you can rent a car?
There is hire car.
Oh, there is.
There is. So there was 2 cars available when I was looking.
Yeah.
One was in Hudsonville. One was in Granville.
But can you drive rideshare with those?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
A part of the charge you have for it is the rideshare coverage. That the intent is you're renting it for that purpose.
Okay.
It'd be interesting if you were renting one of those and you got a puker.
Ugh.
Like who's I mean, I'm sure you're paying for it to get it cleaned out, but what if you clean it out yourself and they're like, yeah, it's not good enough?
Right.
I don't know. I'd be interested.
I don't know how they work in like returning the car in the same cleanliness condition you received it in.
It's not like, you're renting from Enterprise and that thing's smoking and it's just rolling in and you're just running away from it.
I mean, it's someone's personal car that they're just not using on the weekend or whatever.
Yeah. So check them out, Kover.ai, and you can get a free month. So. Next video is really not ride. Well, it's kind of rideshare related. It's about Elon Musk and his Tesla robo taxis. It's a couple minutes.
About the doom of our future.
I know. I don't think it's as close as what he says it is. But
2 years.
I know. But so we're gonna check that out real quick.
I feel very confident predicting autonomous robo taxis for Tesla next year.
Tesla's Autonomous Investor Day saw CEO Elon Musk unveil plans to roll out 1 million robo-taxis by next year. Described as a cross between Uber and Airbnb, the service will allow Tesla owners to rent out their autonomous cars as taxis when they're not using them, effectively making some cash on the side. Robo-taxis can essentially be any Tesla vehicle with autonomous driving functionality. Here's how the program would work.
So if you own the car, you can add or subtract it to the Tesla network, and Tesla would take 25 or 30% of the revenue. And then in places where there aren't enough people sharing their cars, we would just have dedicated Tesla vehicles. So when you use the car, we'll show you our ride-sharing app. So you'll be able to summon the car from the parking lot, get in, and go for a drive. It's really simple. So you just take the same Tesla app that you currently have. We'll update the app.
So does everyone hear him saying Tesla?
Mm-hmm. Tesla.
I thought it was Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah.
But he's saying Tesla.
I think it's just his accent.
All right, here we go.
What's the difference?
And add a summon Tesla or commit your car to the fleet.
Elon suggested an alternative use for your car than sitting in your driveway or work parking lot.
Like typically the use of a car is about 10 to 12 hours a week. So most people will drive 1.5 to 2 hours a day. But if you have a car that can operate autonomously, then most likely you'd have that car operate for a third of the week or longer.
With additional wear on the car due to extended use, it can cause one to question, how long would these robo-taxis last?
So the current cost of a Model 3 robo-taxi is less than $38,000. We expect that number to improve over time. The entire vehicle, battery pack inclusive, is designed to operate for 1 million miles with minimal maintenance. You won't need steering wheels or pedals, and we'll just delete those. So as these things become less and less important, we'll just delete parts. They won't be there.
He predicts that rides in robo-taxis would cost less than current rideshare apps.
The cost of ride sharing is, according to Uber and Lyft, is $2 to $3 a mile. The cost to run a robo-taxi, we think, less than 18 cents a mile.
As for making money with your robo-taxi as an owner?
We think probably something on the order of $30,000 per year. By the middle of next year, we'll have over 1 million Tesla cars on the road with full self-driving hardware, feature complete, at a reliability level that we would consider that no one needs to pay attention. Meaning you could go to sleep from our standpoint, if you fast forward a year, maybe a year and 3 months, but next year for sure, we will have over 1 million robo-taxis on the road.
Yeah, that's crazy. He sounds a little autistic, doesn't he? Like he's so brilliant, I feel like he's on the spectrum. I don't know.
Well, he could be. I don't know.
I mean, he does say Tesla.
Does somebody sound autistic? How somebody sound autistic?
Yeah, someone sound. You have an autistic son. He talks,
but he doesn't sound autistic.
I think he means the speech pattern.
Yes,
not
the actual sound.
I thought he kind of sounded like Barack Obama a little bit.
Oh, really?
You're wrong.
I mean, he's fairly well spoken, I would say.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
He's just kind of a weirdo.
Yeah. I don't know where he's from. There's definitely an accent there.
Yeah, but so we're talking about his speech pattern, but really has nothing to do with the article or the video. But I think it's still farther away. Jesper and I talked about it earlier, and I just don't think that it's something. What?
He's from South Africa.
Thank you.
That's the accent.
I just don't think it's as quick as he says it is.
I think he's been known to exaggerate.
Well, his claim is he's going to have 1 million cars on the road in 2021 that are capable of doing it.
There's the key word, capable of autonomy.
Right.
But they're not going to be autonomous in the next year.
Well, right.
You're still going to need somebody in the car touching the steering wheel.
Exactly, because you're still going to you need all the local markets to tie into. You need to have all the laws need to be there.
Yeah.
And there's still only, 2 states in the union that allows for,
Yeah. I think it's Florida and California?
No,
they have one in Vegas.
It's definitely Vegas, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Nevada.
So
Nevada,
can we as a company buy a Tesla?
Sure.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Once you make enough money to buy a Tesla, you can buy one.
Hey, I'm trying. I mean,
I mean, if you can actually get a $30,000 payback on it every year.
Yeah, I mean,
while you're sleeping, that could pay for the car.
And he did initially say that it was going to be like $38K, but he wants that price is going to come down. So
yeah. Tesla taxis picking up kids without car seats since 2020, says Rebecca.
Oh, okay. I was like, you came up with that yourself? That's pretty good.
Wow, that's
I don't
really
know if I should
insulting.
take offense to that.
I mean, it's kind of not a dad joke, but maybe it is. I don't know. My screen just froze up. I don't know why. Maybe it's just on my end. But
you need a new screen.
I need another monitor, though.
He needs 3.
Yeah, and then one on top as well.
All right, let's.
We could have a whole wall here, and he'd still be needing one more.
Yeah, I could use one right behind you. That would be perfect. Let's skip the free shot for Uber drivers. Let's jump into Sam, the new Lyft plan, the Lyft Pink.
Right. So they Lyft, not in this market, but in other markets, has had a plan in the past that for $300 a month, you got 30 rides up to $15 off per ride. So if you use Lyft for work twice a day, every day, totally paid off.
Yeah.
But they're changing that now to a plan that is more similar to what they were offering here in the past, which is for $20 a month, you get 15% off all of your rides.
Okay.
Up to, I think it's like $5 or something. There is a limit on it, but
$5 per ride.
Right. So 15% up to, yeah. So so you pay that, and there's a few other perks they're including. So 3 free bike or scooter rides, which we don't have either of those here. Anyway,
everyone hates the scooters, but I would definitely be the one scooping them up and charging them.
But you get priority airport pickup, surprise offers, and upgrades. So you'll get like a Lux instead of a regular once in a while. You'd get relaxed cancellations, so you can take more time getting to the car, and waived lost and found fees.
Oh, well, that's
so that's pretty nice, because I'm sure the driver is still going to get paid, because they would, of course, like if we're taking the time, Lyft is just going to cover that cost.
I don't know how they can afford to cover that cost. They're already subsidizing all these rides.
Right.
I mean, what the hell?
I know. I don't know where the money comes from.
I think they're
all these.
They're banking on people.
Yeah. Charge $150.
That's probably a lot of it, and they're just banking on people not really using it.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what
like Planet Fitness.
That's why the subscription model works great. The company I buy hats from called Branded Bills, and I really love their hats, and they have a subscription plan.
Right.
It's $20 a month, which is a good deal, but and you still get the hat, I guess, but that's not a good example. What's a good example of?
Well, I mean, one they were the
like
video
Planet
pass
Fitness.
one they were going to do, the movie pass. The whole point was that they were hoping nobody would use it, and then everyone did,
right.
and they went bankrupt.
That's right. Yeah, my example was terrible because you get a hat every time, you dumbass. Yeah. It's got to be like a service-based.
But I'm saying one hat probably didn't cost them $20, and they're counting on you not ordering a dozen hats and then overextending your discount.
True.
So I mean, it works.
Yeah,
You're just
but yeah, I think it's great for people, especially those. What did you just cut on me and I missed it? These guys didn't catch it either. I don't know what it was, but I saw a little smirk. But no, I think it's great. I think those perks sound even better than the 15 or 20% off.
Right.
So, real quick, this is kind of a video and about. This guy took a Lyft ride and he kind of recorded it. It's short. There's no audio. I'm going to play it and then you can tell me if you've ever seen a car this bad. I'm not going to mute the mic. So, oh my gosh.
There's a missing seat.
Yes.
Look at the ceiling. It's like the fabric is hanging down.
That's bad.
Yeah, I want to play it
Is
again.
his feet even touching the ground?
No, he's holding his feet up, which is kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, relax, you're wearing tennis
I mean, there is
shoes.
cereal over the ground, though.
It is gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he still got in it.
yeah, and then I was going to
But
say...
you got to get someone, you know.
Well, that's what hey, my plan has always been they need an Uber lower than
Uber
Uber
cheap.
X. Yeah, like, don't care if there's 3 wheels. I need to get to work. I'm going to pay this. You know what I mean?
It's called Uber Pool.
Uber shoddy.
Verbal trademark, GR Rideshare Adventures, verbal shoddy.
Well, who was it in our chat was talking about? I think it might have been Gabe that he was watching a car at the airport and this dude was trying to put his luggage in the car.
Yeah.
And there was so much stuff in the car, he couldn't fit his luggage.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Just common sense. If you're going to do airport runs, have so much room.
Right.
Or room in your trunk.
Yeah, like I have to put my seats down, but I can get everyone's stuff in there just fine.
Yeah.
So-
I have to put mine down too.
Right, 'cause I have no storage if my seats are up. Yes.
Yeah,
that was
it's
mine.
like this is. I have like this much in the back. So
I managed to squeeze 2 disassembled bikes in my car on Sunday. Somebody got a flat tire.
Oh no!
I actually turned down a bike the other night. It was just like these guys were drinking and they didn't.
Right.
And I was like, no,
No,
that bike's
these
not coming in my car.
We're just 2 nice people that were doing a 50-mile bike ride.
Okay, I would have done that.
And one of them got a flat. The only thing that upset me, like I moved all my stuff. I have a tote. I moved that to the front. I helped them figure out how we were going to get the bikes in there because my car is pretty compact for an SUV.
Yeah.
And we made it work.
Barely.
And no tip.
Oh.
They did order an XL.
Still.
But still, I was like, I went above and beyond to help you get your stuff in
Yeah,
here.
I don't have to pick
and
you
put
up.
my seats down
Yeah.
and then did different seats and tried, like I worked with you to figure this out.
Yeah.
At least they didn't give you a 1-star.
No, I don't think they did.
Oh, that's a
but-
shame. At least a couple bucks.
Right.
Seriously.
Man.
I'm sure they were thinking, oh, well, we paid for an XL. We're good.
Well, yeah, you
But
paid for the XL because you had the
extra large stuff.
Yes. So this was shared on our Kalamazoo group, which is just south of Grand Rapids. See what if you can figure out what is wrong with this letter. I'll give everyone a couple minutes.
Would you like me to read it?
Sure.
When you arrive at a pickup location, riders have up to 5 minutes to show up. If you've waited 5 minutes for a rider, you can cancel the trip and receive a cancellation fee. On this trip, you canceled before the rider's 5 minutes expired, so cancellation fees don't apply. You arrived at pickup location at 9:51 and 50 seconds p.m. You canceled at 10 o'clock and 28 seconds p.m. You canceled 8.63 minutes after arriving at the pickup location.
So I'm like, what the hell? Well, the story, he does get his money back because he emailed them, but I'm like,
Something was wrong in the system.
I mean, did you not read it before you sent the email, or do you think it's an automated?
It's automated.
Yeah, but how did they screw that up if it's automated? How did they
a
screw
glitch in the system?
Uber never glitches.
No.
Never.
So that's the bad thing about Comfort. It's 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's no way.
8 minutes before I can get my
It's
cancellation
so
fee.
long.
And what's the fee?
$5.30.
That's after they take their cut, so it's like $7.
I get $5.30. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like $7.
So it's like you're getting paid for an XL.
yeah,
Right.
an XL. Yeah,
But you have to wait 8 minutes.
That's a freaking
too
eternity.
Yeah, that's a whole ride.
I mean, you could almost watch a Netflix show for during that time, like a really fast one, but you
Put
could
it on triple speed.
Triple speeds. All right, last video, and then we're gonna jump into tip time. And
that's not how you spell core.
what? What am I missing?
Hey, Sam.
Oh man!
Wow.
The guy that edits all our stuff.
I missed an E. I'm so sorry.
I will say he's not.
I hate Common Core math. What the?
I don't even know what it is. I hope my kids know how to do it because they're screwed if they don't.
I think they know not to come to you for math help.
Any kind of help, period.
I just got JFK'd. I'm just sitting here like doing my thing and boom, dead. Is it too soon to say that joke?
No, it's not.
All right, this is an uplifting video. You'll smile and then we'll move on.
Everybody has an Uber story, right? Something. Well, this new mom right here has a really special Uber story that she'll never forget.
It is so sweet. ABC Action News reporter Sean Daly is at Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, where motherhood brought two strangers together in a very beautiful way. Look at that hair. Oh my God, he's beautiful.
This is the story of two moms and one very special Uber ride. Nikki is from Kansas. She came to Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital in St. Pete to have a baby, John Henry.
So about 28 weeks, we're diagnosed with congenital diaphragmatic hernia, which means there's a hole in the diaphragm.
Belinda's also a mom and an Uber driver.
I believe that people get in my car for a reason other than a ride.
Last week, Belinda picked up a passenger at the hospital, a new mom having a tough stretch, who wanted to buy her baby boys some new clothes.
I hop in the car. I think she could tell I was having a bad day.
She just needed to talk, and I was there to listen.
They drove to Ray Alana's consignment shop. Belinda dropped off Nikki, but she didn't drive away.
And I parked the car and I turned Uber off and I went in and I found her and I said, this is a day that should be fun for you and you shouldn't be alone. Let's shop.
Belinda wound up buying about 30 pieces of clothes for John Henry.
I cried.
Yeah.
So, cried a lot, didn't I?
The store was amazed.
And they were like, how long have you known her? And I said, I don't know, 15 minutes.
Uber ride? The new friends plan on keeping in touch. In St. Petersburg, Sean Daly, ABC.
Oh yeah, that's a nice uplifting story. I saw that. I mean, it's so nice. You see so many shitty stories about Uber drivers, and it was.
Have you read the comments?
No, see, that's what I love. We're like all serious, and one of us will just bust out laughing.
It's Common Core spelling hasn't arrived to him yet. Leave him alone.
Rebecca guy.
One thing
I like her.
One thing I spotted in the video, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but all the additional footage that they put into it had the old logo. So
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, I think I think the Chicago video that we didn't play when we played the audio, she had old logos in the window too, and I'm like, why don't you?
It's probably not her. It's probably just additional footage.
You're
that
like B-roll.
Yeah.
B-roll. Yeah, you're exactly right.
It could be Uber. Is it an Uber ride? No.
Jeez. So, we're just going to touch on the Patreon. Do I say that wrong?
No, that's right. Patreon is correct.
Patreon. So we patron. Well, you become a patron of Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they named it that because it's super hard. Like I spell it wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know when I was.
Doesn't matter.
Cheeky.
Please sign up for one, guys.
So yes, so what you get across the screen, you're getting, you get the $10 level, you get the Gig Economy podcast, you get free merch. Why is there not space there? Damn it. You get the after or before show. We don't really do after show. We're pretty baked at the end of it, but behind the scenes and stuff like that. So. Just this is just to support us. If you like the content that we give you for free, you can get a little extra content, and it kind of helps supports to pay the bills. Pay Jesper, he's a big spender.
And plus, I mean, you get to be like the third person to do it. And that's still pretty significant.
Yes, yeah, we should like cap it at 3.
Please help us.
Yeah. So again, and just for people that are new, we used to get our revenue from YouTube videos, and we stopped doing that. To be a more legitimate company, and so
out of respect for our passengers' privacy.
Yep.
No, not really, just to cover our own asses. But, Ben's going to try to be nice.
I'm the PR guy.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's just kind of
After you flipped me off on camera.
You want some popcorn, Jason?
No, I want a knife.
I don't think whoever killed JFK, I don't think they used a knife.
No, I'm trying to sell this, and you're like walking all over me. Jeez.
How does it feel?
I know.
Couldn't get any stories out tonight.
You did. That was rough.
Dustin is on YouTube.
Finally, I stopped looking at YouTube because How long has he been on?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Not very long. Not very long.
Holy GRI chat. What's going on?
So yeah, check it out. It's $5 is just because you love us. It's called I'll Tip You in the app. And then the level 10 is a unicorn ride. So if you feel like the content you get is worth it and you enjoy us, we'd really love the support.
And the unicorn ride comes with merch.
Yes, it comes with merch. Kind of your choice. With a limit, some sort of a limit.
Peter said it's about to become Rideshare Fight Club.
Yeah, exactly. Cub.
Fight Club.
He said club. He just Danished it out.
It's a shame this is so heavy.
It's a shame my son made it.
Oh, blame me because the candy. All right.
What does the candy have to do with it?
For this having energy and being hyper.
Oh, okay. So Ben's going to jump into something. I don't know.
I'm not sure I want Ben jumping anywhere.
It is tip time, and I am your tipster for the evening. I'm your tipster hipster with the hipster hat. I'm really sorry, guys.
I need another beer.
All right, so this really came from Jason's experiences over the weekend. There were a lot of Halloween parties and a lot of people in costume. And Jason, after driving, found several random.
Well, it was
pieces.
like a unicorn headband, and then some.
Can we show the potos?
The potos?
Do we have the potos?
The potatoes?
I said photos. Whatever. Keep talking.
So, Jason found items in the back of his seat, and it just reminded me of that one time that I found a penis cup in my.
Whoa, jeez! I was not expecting that.
Straw.
That's right. It was a straw.
It was a straw.
Anyway, I found that
parties are fun.
in the back of my car after a bachelorette party ride. I have no idea how long it was back there, but learn from us, whether it's a lost unicorn or a lost dick straw. Check the back of your car for any items or paraphernalia that your passengers may have left behind. That way you can know about lost and found items before the passengers text you about them. And that is an epic picture.
No one can see it yet.
Hang on, the picture's gonna come.
So, what about you guys? Anybody out there found anything interesting or illegal in the back seat?
Nothing illegal. Slew of phones, though.
Oh, yes.
I was tipped with marijuana 2 weeks ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you
partake?
I mean, it was like the end of a joint. Like, it was toast. I don't know why he thought it was a gift. It was really just trash.
He probably just didn't want to throw it away.
Probably. But that's what I did.
All right, there's one. I know you guys saw a blank screen, but look at this morning beard. Look at the gray in my hair.
Yes,
like,
I know.
look at that.
When I first saw it, the first thought I had was, wow, you need some hair dye.
Oh, no, I will never dye my hair.
It was like your mustache is a different color than
Yeah,
your
it's
beard.
like red. Let me see if I can oh, there's
like,
the other
get it
one.
all to match.
All right, hold on.
Is that in your garage? And what's with the hands?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just felt like being cute. And of course, John points out like what's on your shelves in the background.
I know. What a creeper.
I see a gumball machine.
Yes.
I mean, it's better than the photo of you he blew up and keeps posting in the chat.
All right, you're going to see a black screen. Hold on.
That's awful.
All right, there's the other one. Yeah. Oh, look at my stuff. I have a gumball machine. I think I was called some sort of pedophile or something. I don't know what else. A light, some oil.
The lube. That's what
The lube.
It was the lube and the candy machine that got you in trouble.
Yeah, the lube and the candy machine and a funnel. All kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, that's what I found in my car over the weekend, and a beer can here and there. But that's just kind of, so.
But if you find it and you're proactive about the items, then it's less hassle for you later that you have to deal with.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to. Maybe the hat one, because it was. I don't think that was a Halloween. No, I guess it did it. Well, I already.
Did you throw them away, or are they still here? So if anybody can recognize those hats, they can come get them.
No, I'm pretty sure I still have. Yeah, see, it had little bunny ears on it.
Ew.
What?
Ew. Poor Rebecca had someone take poop-filled underwear and put them in the back of her seat, like in the pocket.
What the? No.
Oh, it's so gross.
No.
Must have had a poop fart in the club.
I mean, I just read. You said that, but I read it.
We need to have her on the show. She's hilarious.
I mean,
so Rebecca,
why?
I'm so sorry.
First of all, how did he have it? Like, did he take it off in the? Why didn't he just dump it outside the car when he stepped out? Why would you leave? That's so gross. Oh.
Well, I guess it doesn't say it was a guy, does it?
No, I was assuming it was a woman.
It's probably a girl because she
Oh.
could have taken it off with the skirt.
That's skank.
I mean, yeah, but
Because
okay.
girls don't fart, right?
Well, yeah, they don't.
They
All right,
poof.
let's.
They poof.
No, there's another word for it. Starts with a Q. All right, let's get
Yeah,
to.
we know that word.
Let's get to shenanigans. I can't wait for Ben's. This is my favorite.
Oh yeah, so
He jumped on this.
I sure did. I saw this, and I thought Jason had posted it because it's a Honda Pilot.
Yeah.
Or Justin, for that matter.
Right.
But it says, I've been thinking about getting a Honda Pilot for driving, and when I came across this beauty, I figured maybe I could go full-time as a Lyft driver. Just slap a logo on the doors, and I'd be good to go. That's amazing. I want that vehicle. It is a 2005 pink Honda Pilot.
No, I can't zoom in on this photo, but does it say Barbie on her or
It
Babby?
totally does, I think.
Yeah.
I can't see it from.
I think it says Barbie.
And it's $2,500.
Well, yeah. Why would so? The only time you get a pink vehicle is if you sell Mary Kay, and it's not that pink; it's a little bit lighter. And yeah, I think she did.
Why do you know this?
I thought that was common knowledge.
No.
My aunt sold Mary Kay for 20
She
years.
had a pink vehicle.
She did. Yes, my
Your
aunt.
aunt.
Yes.
Maybe it was you with the furry hat on.
Hey, if I could get a pink Cadillac because I sold Mary Kay, I would ride that sucker proud as can be. So if you want a pink Honda Pilot in Wisconsin.
Jamie says it's the Pepto-Bismol mobile.
Oh man, it would you would be as noticeable as the Ghostbuster car that drives around. So
hopefully a better reputation though.
Yeah, everyone says he's a douche canoe, but
yeah.
Have you talked to him before?
Oh no, but that's all I hear.
The Ghostbuster guy.
Oh yeah,
He used to be a barista at Big B, and now he's moved up to the world of rideshare.
Is that a move up?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't have a picture with
vertical
mine.
move.
I'm not sure why I didn't just post this, but someone posted in the Grand Rapids group, and it says, and the winner driver award goes to ... a grandma Lyft driver driving around GR with a sick grandbaby in the back seat, stretched out. The passenger was told she had to sit in the front while the grandbaby sleeps in the back. What the heck? No car seat for the small child either. Wow. And again,
so wrong.
I hope somebody reported the grandma.
Kidding. Good Lord.
Everyone talks a big game on social media, but when it comes down to it, they're like, yeah, I didn't report him because, I just kind of felt bad for him. My boss had the same thing happen, too. He had a terrible Uber ride. Did we talk about this?
We did last time.
Oh, no. We talked about it on the Gig Podcast.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's a little teaser from the Gig Podcast. Not that big of a deal. But he said...
Which you get if you do the Patreon.
Yeah, if you do $10. And I started Shipped again, so we got another topic to talk about.
Oh, boy.
Bonus. Man, I'm like hot. I'm like sweating over here.
It's all those milk duds.
It's the milk duds. It's the milk duds and the caramel apple beer cider. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So a woman picked him up, and there was a male in the passenger seat, and he was holding the phone and giving her directions. Now, she didn't speak very good English, but he was like, oh, she's trying to make it in America. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great. But guess what? That guy's not background checked. And I said, if your wife was in the car with that situation, would you be comfortable with that? He goes, no, I guess you're right. I'm like, did you report her? He goes, no, I didn't report her, and I tipped her. Okay, well,
how is she going to know she did something wrong?
And then she's going to be like, says to me and him, but did you die?
Right.
What's that meme from The Hangover, I think? Okay, this one's from Sam. I'm like seriously hot.
So, pause. Allendale, and you don't live in Allendale.
She doesn't live in Saugatuck either, and she's in one of those groups.
No, somebody actually shared that to the Uber page. I am not on the Allendale Informed page.
I was for a while. It's
I saw that one.
S show.
They're all S shows. The one, the Jenison, Hudsonville, Granville one, there's like 15,000 people.
I couldn't find one for my neighborhood. But that's probably because my neighborhood
You need
isn't
to start
predominantly
one.
English speaking. So there could be one in Spanish that I just don't know about.
Yeah.
You can be the admin.
No, thanks.
You can tell people to F off and kick them out.
No.
All right, go. I'm sweating.
So everyone be aware of a Lyft driver named Patrick. We're in Lyft often. We moved here from the east side where we were 2 to 3 times per week. Tonight we had to go to GR, and on the way he stopped at a family fair in Allendale. He told us to be patient with him. He locked us in the car with the windows up and car off. Over 10 minutes later he returned and thanked us for our patience. He drove us extremely erratic to GR and dropped us off. Worst experience in a long time. Very uncomfortable being locked in a stranger's car. Okay,
I hope they reported it.
You are never locked in a car.
I know.
You can get out.
Even with the child locks on, you can reach to the front and hit the unlock button.
I was going to say, yeah,
But that is a weird circuit. Like the minute he pulled over and got out at Family Fair and told me to be patient, I'm out canceling the ride and ordering a new one.
Seriously.
Why does no one have any life skills out there? We read these stories and why don't you just unlock the car?
People are just so concerned with being polite, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't get it. Just be rude once in a while.
Well, it's Grand Rapids way to be polite. When I pick people up from the airport that are from New York or California, they're like, "You're so nice here." I'm like, "Yeah, we are, but man, this person was way too nice." Like, I would never
GTFO, man.
Yeah, I would be like, whatever.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Report
Dumbass.
their sorry ass.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are we at here? We got Yespers, and then that's about it. Whoa, what am I doing here? Falling apart. There we go.
So I found this on Facebook as well. So, good day, Jonathan. We are reaching out because your rider Tess thinks that he may have left his glasses and gold teeth in your vehicle. The trip was October 29th, 19, and blah, blah, blah. So
blah, blah, blah.
It was just funny when I saw the gold teeth thing. There was one of the commenters was, so what rapper was that?
Yeah. So what have you guys had? Have you ever? I've had somebody say I lost an iPad in there. I'm like, are you just grasping at straws? There's no freaking iPad in there. I always worry that they're going to accuse me of taking it, and I respond back to Uber and say, no. I don't have it.
I had someone blow my phone up for like 4 hours until I blocked her finally about her keys, because I gave Uber permission to share my number so we could get together and get her keys back. And I went out and I hunted all through my car. I was like, I do not have these keys, and she would not leave me alone.
Yeah, I had one too. It's a tan bag that says AD on it. There's keys in the bag. I will look again, but I didn't see anything. And then I searched in all the nooks and crannies. No bag, no problem. Appreciate you looking. So yes.
Well, could you look first before you shared your number with them? Because they tell you what they're looking for first.
I think Uber emailed me at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, and I just said go ahead and share it without getting up to go look right then.
Yeah.
And then when I got up on my own time, which is probably like noon, then I went and looked, and
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We would really like you guys to get reviews. I got another fun song for you to close out. So,
thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we're done. No, go ahead and we gotta let the song play. It's fun. It's hot dog song. Oh, Ben's mad at me apparently. So
confused.
No.
Remember, guys, to share
hot dog song.
Get more people to
Is this a
watch
pop
us
culture
and
reference
listen to the podcast.
Yes, please do that, and we would really appreciate it. And this is probably too loud for Jesper and
my old ears.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Hot dog water.
That's not what I meant, but that's funny. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Peace.